Welcome to this module on European culture. Please click Continue to start the module. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. Mahatma Gandhi. Hello Walt. Welcome to WNS.
Thank you, Connie.
You are aligned to one of the European processes in WNS.
Oh, I see. Well, I am really excited to learn more about it.
Well then, you will go through some training before you start working with them.
Okay. That sounds great.
So Walt, are you aware of the European history and culture?
Not really. I only know that they are amazing at football.
I guess you love football.
Oh yes. It's my favorite sport.
Actually, there is a lot more to learn about the history and rich culture of Europe.
I am sure.
Let's start then.
Okay.
At the end of this module, you will understand European history, countries and population, weather, different time zones and date format, European government, industries in Europe, currency and conversion rate, European culture and customs, most spoken languages in Europe, common greetings and behavioral patterns, sports, famous personalities, perfect customer service. European history. Europe is a continent located entirely in the Northern Hemisphere and mostly in the Eastern Hemisphere. It is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Asia to the east, and the Mediterranean Sea to the south. It comprises the westernmost part of Eurasia. Europe covers about 10,180,000 square kilometers, 3,930,000 square miles, or 2% of the Earth's surface, 6.8% of land area. The major historical periods of Europe are Ancient Greece and Rome, BCE and first 4 centuries AD, Dark Ages, 4th to 10th century, Middle Ages, 10th to 14th century, Renaissance, 15th and 16th century, Enlightenment, 18th century, Age of Conquests, 15th to 20th century. During the decline of the Roman Empire, Europe entered a long period of change arising from what historians call the Age of Migrations. Isolated monastic communities were the only places to safeguard and compile written knowledge accumulated previously. Apart from this, very few written records survived. Most of the literature, philosophy, mathematics, and other thinking from the classical period disappeared from Western Europe, though they were preserved in the East, in the Byzantine Empire. The period between the year 1000 and 1300 is known as the High Middle Ages, during which the population of Europe experienced significant growth, culminating in the Renaissance of the 12th century. There was immense economic growth, however, due to lack of safety on the mainland trading routes. Major commercial routes developed along the coast of the Mediterranean and Baltic Seas. The growing wealth and independence acquired by some coastal cities gave the maritime republics a leading role in the European scene.
I didn't have any idea that Europe has such a great history.
I'm glad you find it interesting. Let me now brief you about the countries and population of Europe.
Oh yes.
Countries and population. Following are some important points related to the population of Europe. There are 44 countries in Europe. Some of the countries in the continent are considered to be transcontinental, meaning they are considered to be a part of both Europe and Asia. Europe is subdivided into 4 main regions: Southern, Northern, Eastern, and Western Europe. Scroll down to see the list of countries in Europe. Did you notice the diverse population in the 44 countries?
Yes. I had no idea about most of the countries. This is really helpful.
Let's see how the weather is in all 4 regions of Europe. Weather in Europe. Click each tab to know more. Different time zones and date format. When you start working with the account, keep a check on the time zones and date format.
Sure, Connie. I will do that.
Great. Let's move on. European government. The politics within the continent of Europe is continually evolving. It is a topic far more detailed than other continents due to a number of factors, including the long history of nation-states in the region, as well as the modern-day trend towards increased political unity amongst the European states. The current politics of Europe can be traced back to historical events within the continent. Modern European politics is dominated by the European Union, EU, since the fall of the Iron Curtain and the collapse of the Eastern Bloc of communist states. After the end of the Cold War, the EU expanded eastward to include the former communist countries. As of 2017, the EU has 28 member states. However, there are a number of other international organizations made up, predominantly, of European nations, or explicitly claiming a European origin. This includes the 47-Nation Council of Europe, the first post-war European organization regarded as a forerunner to the European Union, and the 57-Nation Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE. Europe led the development of the Industrial Revolution and continues to be a leader in world industry. European industry spans across several industrial sectors that contribute to high economic, valued-added activities, and generates mass employment.
I see. I think Europe is the world's leading automotive manufacturing region.
There are other sectors too, which generate employment in Europe. Let's have a look. Industries in Europe. Click each tab to know more. Do you know what the European currency is called?
I guess it's called euros.
You are right. I will tell you more about euros and the conversion rate too. Currency and conversion rate. The euro is the official currency of 19 of the 28 member states of the European Union. The euro is the second largest and second most traded currency in the foreign exchange market after the United States dollar. The euro is divided into 100 cents. As of August 2018, with more than 1.2 trillion euros in circulation, the euro has one of the highest combined values of banknotes and coins in circulation in the world, having surpassed the US dollar. The name euro was officially adopted on the 16th of December 1995 in Madrid. The euro was introduced to world financial markets as an accounting currency on the 1st of January 1999, replacing the former European Currency Unit, ECU. Physical euro coins and banknotes entered into circulation on the 1st of January 2002, making it the day-to-day operating currency of its original members, and by March 2002 it had completely replaced the former currencies. Europe is rich in its culture and customs. Some of the customs are really fun.
I can imagine, as there are around 44 countries, the culture must be diverse.
Oh yes, it is. European culture and customs. Europe is a huge area, similar in size to the United States, but includes approximately 50 countries. Each of these countries has its own individual set of customs and culture. But there are still certain generalizations and summaries that can be made, especially when comparing European cultures to other parts of the world. In general, European culture tends to be relatively laid back, with greater emphasis on time spent with family. This becomes increasingly true as you travel further south in Europe and approach the Mediterranean region. Europe is far more secular than other parts of the world. Only 51% of Europeans in the European Union believe in God, with a further 26% believing in some sort of spirit or life force. But other polls have suggested that as many as 76% identify as Christian, perhaps partly for cultural reasons. When it comes to religious people, Christians are, by far, the most dominant group. 48% of EU population identify as Catholics, with 12% Protestants and 8% Eastern Orthodox. Click each image to know more. Today, few households in Europe consist of the traditional male breadwinner, female housekeeper and several children. Yet, when it comes to family values, Europeans are surprisingly conservative. Married with children is the preferred lifestyle for an overwhelming majority, despite the liberating 60s, emancipation, and individualization. Today, children have become an option. They are no longer an inevitability, an economic necessity, a provision for old age, or a duty to God. Having children or the actual number of children is a matter of personal and free choice. Civil marriage is a legal status recognized in all of EU.
That was fun. I especially liked the concept of the Tomatina festival.
Yeah, people travel especially to attend these festivals. There are various languages that are spoken in Europe. Let me educate you on some of the most common European languages. Most spoken languages in Europe. Click each language to know more. Since you will be interacting a lot with European customers and clients, it's really important for you to know the behavioral patterns and greetings that they use.
Oh yes. I am sure it will help me a lot when I will interact with them.
Common greetings and behavioral patterns. We've all been there. Had that awkward moment when we've been unsure whether to lean in for the kiss, shake someone's hand, just say hello, or do something more weird and wonderful. Click each country to know more. Click each image to know more.
I didn't know Europeans have such diverse behavioral patterns.
Oh yes, they do. It will help you to have a healthy conversation with your clients and customers. Now comes your favorite part. Football. You can always use common topics as icebreaker conversation with anyone you are talking to.
I am sure I can talk about football with them. This is a common interest we share.
Sports in Europe. Sport in Europe tends to be highly organized, with many sports having professional leagues. The origins of many of the world's most popular sports today lie in the codification of many traditional games, especially in Great Britain. Football, the most popular sport. Football is the most popular sport in almost all countries of Europe. European national teams have won 12 of 21 editions of the FIFA World Cup. UEFA, the governing body for European football, has hosted the UEFA European Championship since 1960, and the UEFA Women's Championship since 1984. The most popular and successful football leagues are the Spanish La Liga, the English Premier League, the Italian Serie A, the German Bundesliga and the French Ligue 1. Other main football leagues on continent are the Portuguese Primeira Liga, the Russian Premier League, the Turkish Super League and the Netherlands Eredivisie. The top clubs in each league play the UEFA Champions League, while lower-ranked clubs compete in UEFA Europa League. Here are some of the famous personalities from Europe.
I know some of them. Especially the famous actors. I love their movies too.
Famous personalities from Europe. Click each image to know more. Always remember that etiquette is very important when it comes to working with your clients and customers.
There must be different etiquette for each region in Europe. Will it be difficult for me to remember so much?
Don't worry, Walt. There are some of them which are common to all the regions and are important too. Once you know them, it would be much easier for you.
That sounds better.
Perfect customer service. Etiquette in Europe is not uniform. Even the regions of Europe do not have common manners. There are certain common points we need to keep in mind while talking or providing service to Europeans. What you say is very important. While talking with your customers, make sure that you are well prepared with as much written information as possible. Provide exact data and cross-check records wherever possible. Using statistics to support your opinions will help you be persuasive. Provide information about written details like websites when possible. Make sure you read out all the details or get a print for your customers. Summarize your conversation before you end the call, to make sure that you understand your customer's expectation. Use a polite and cheerful tone of voice. Wait for your customer to pause and then say, "Excuse me," if you need to interrupt while they are talking. Use "pardon me" or "excuse me" if you need to sneeze or cough during a conversation. Always use words like "please" and "thank you." Be honest and open, even when you are unable to meet the customer's demand. In such cases, use expressions like, "however, I can do," instead to provide options. That's the end of European culture. Let's check your understanding now.
Okay, sure. I'll try answering all the questions correctly.
Oh, I am sure you will.